Hello lovely Capricorns, thanks for choosing my video, really appreciate you stopping by. Just choosing some cards for your insight reading so that we can take a look if there's any storylines that are continuing that we can give you an update on, or if there is anything new coming forward. Let's take a look at that also. Okay, so feels to me that you've needed some time away from everything, everyone, just some time alone to just kind of gather your senses, gather your thoughts, a feeling of finally being free rather than trapped, hemmed in, blocked in and misunderstood also comes forward for some reason. It feels that there were some hard decisions that you had to make recently and over the time. For some reason I'm going back to 2.5 years ago, so if that was specific for somebody, may well have even been longer, but there was something in particular 2.5 years ago. It's showing here now, so maybe it might have been your recollection of when you originally needed to put your foot down, enforce your boundaries and just say, I'm not fucking taking this anymore. So that may have been a marker point for you, because it's showing here literally stepping into your power and taking charge of a situation. It feels that there were a lot of casualties in the sense of severing relationship dynamics on all levels. It feels that those who were suppressing you, boxing you in, and just not speaking their truth. It just feels like you probably have got such a diverse way of how people have been disloyal. You could write a book. So, in that case, you've just gone mad, swinging the axe and taken as many down that needed to. But you're fine with that because it leaves you that freedom and space without judgmental eyes and opinions, gossips and all the rest that came with it. So stepping into your power and literally just taking action to sacrifice anything that was not in alignment. Anything that wasn't in alignment with your happiness or your pathway towards happiness. It's showing that, feeling almost immediately how life changed with implementing these sacrifices. So yes, you may have been alone in one aspect, but you'd rather be alone and free and happy than loads of people all giving you bullshit and feeling trapped. So those decisions, you've come to an acceptance with it. It feels that process was part as well of a spiritual development of some kind. So ascending, we know, but this individually for you is ticks against the spiritual laws, conducting, being true for the self, and so all of those little bits. Just know it's not that you've made those sacrifices even though you're okay with that, but that they haven't counted for something or served a purpose or had meaning behind them, because each one of those has been its own lesson for you. Learning as well to manage your emotions, yeah, tolerance, but also as well about letting go. Because when we come here, they say, before we're born, we make our soul contracts, and those people that you would have sacrificed and cut off in regards to relationship dynamics have all signed up for your version, your story. As long as they can play a part, that plays a part for you, working through what you need to, then they're open to that. So that will all couple together, but it's led you towards your happiness, something to celebrate. You do still have people around you supporting, but you may now have such an eye for people, being able to read them. So empath, intuitive, clairvoyant vision, just seeing. And yeah, they may get placed in a box, same people, different face, but within that is the skills that you've got from these people that you've sacrificed, in the sense of how you've had to make judgment calls on them and how they're impacting you, and whether they know or they're aware or whether they just don't give a shit. All of those bits before you cut them out. So you would have had to have done almost a lot of training to be able to then do that off like the back of anything when you're just meeting complete strangers. So hope that made sense. But yeah, so it served its purpose. Those sacrifices didn't go unacknowledged on a higher level, just to say. And again, when I'm saying about your spiritual development, spiritual growth, this also is like the ending with the Scorpio, and just that transition, which is what it's shown to me that you've been going through. But you've done well in the process. You've not rushed it, you've not masked it, you've just literally felt the injustice of how you've been treated or whatever your situations were, taken action when you've assessed, cut the people out, sacrificed that friendship in the hope and the risk that you have called it right. Just honouring yourself is massive as well, and prepared to cut people out and be alone than keep hold of toxic people just to have people around. So where you're heading is, it's hopefully you can see and know, because it's you've put a lot in. So that, very painful. Some of you are moving or even buying a property, but it feels that everything's going to be new. So you may be completely moving location, picking up and starting again. Weirdly as well, getting a bit of a nomad feel about you. So if you're somebody, a Capricorn, that seems to move around, possibly every 2 years you may get itchy feet and then pack up and move somewhere else. But there's some of you that find that you don't really stay many places for so long. You will find a place that you set your roots down and end up staying there much longer than what you would normally when you move around. But what I'm trying to get out as well is I just keep feeling like this nomad feel. So whether this is like guides with you or soul family, ancient ancestors. I suppose like the Hermit is one, they're the solitude, but these are actually the nomads that move around. Okay, so I've just gone off on a thinking then, but I mean, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know that, and that might remind me as well to link in and see a bit more detail, because that was very specific, and there's a few of you as well, so regardless of whether you know each other, there's a few, and I'm wondering, could well be the same soul family, because you was all moving around as a tribe. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. So, but yeah, well done you. You've got healing there, stepping into your power. Love it. Yep, so, but working through the emotions, being able to manage those emotions. From a higher level as well, definitely. A woman in particular, and it does feel like a woman even though we don't do genders, but this one's got whether she's a mother figure or a partner or wife, whatever. This woman is, yeah. Okay, so from the female aspect of you watching this, then that's you with your transformation. You're not scared of saying what you've got to say. You will just tell people straight. And but the directness is just so funny. It's like you're they probably don't, it's almost like you've no expression. People wouldn't know, you'd be listening and then you'd just be like with your words, just like cut them down. But if it's not yourself, then this is a female that's similar to that energy towards you. You will know who they are. Not able to see if they're currently up around you or whether that's someone from the past, but it may be, it's almost like it feels like a bit of a mother figure if it's a guy watching this, because there's elements of where you would get your bluntness or direct or so comes from her, maybe a grandparent or so. When we've got here the trapped in fear, so amongst all of that, yeah, and fear of being stuck, that's what it feels like. So I just saw it again moving around. So the trapped in fear literally translated to I can't bear the feeling of not moving forward, not progressing, just being stuck. And being stuck in the one place forever and a day just is like, oh God, no. Yeah, so it's taking that leap of faith. And also, again, it's just you go in with the flow. I'll just pick up and move over there or wherever it takes me. Yeah, freedom moving around. And then we've got, yeah, look, I love this. I said you will move and you will stay somewhere for like a forever home. And that is it. A forever home. You will find somewhere to settle. Maybe that's what your soul and your higher self have literally been moving around, trying to find that feeling. It's like, yes, this is it. Found it. So, decisions needing to be made. Have patience with yourself, I would say. Take your time to choose. And know just because you're not able to either get the answer or know what direction you'll go in, it doesn't mean that you're blocked or stuck. It just means that you're biding time, because other things may need to fall into place and you're just in a pause moment. So yeah, it's may well be between two people as well, just to throw that in. Let's just quickly grab or it could be am I taking someone else out? One or two people. So yeah, you're deciding, because you've got your magician there, and that absolutely suits you guys for what this reading felt like, for sure. So there you go. That is your little small reading. I hope that you were able to resonate with it. Let me know about the nomad bits if you can, if that was you. And I will see you again in another video. Bye bye.